Hello, my name is Smirnova and this is Sustainability News in Uzbekistan. In Uzbekistan, sustainability is increasingly becoming a key part of the business agenda. How this changing are shaping a country's business landscape in our report. Our country faces both significant challenges and opportunities in the area of sustainability operations, supply chain and marketing. To discuss this topic, Sagdiana Nazarova is joining us to share her insights.
Hello everyone, my name is Sagdiana Nazarova. Today we will talk about the opportunities for change in the green economy in this industry. So the first question, key challenges and the opportunity faced by Uzbekistan in the area of sustainable operation or supply chain in the next marketing change. So let's go start. As we know, there are problems in this industry. I will list some of the serious ones. The first, sustainable operation and the production. Water and energy deficit, a severe shortage of water resources, this especially in agriculture, which consumes about 90% of water, and depends on outdated inefficient fossil energy. This directly affects production, sustainability, and food security. Pollution and environmental degradation. High levels of air, water, and soil pollution is exacerbated by issues such as the Aral disaster and desertification, which require significant investment and in environmentally friendly technologies and waste management. Outdated technologies and infrastructure, insufficient modern technologies, and a huge weak infrastructure such as cold storage and energy intensive pumps. So intensive pumps leading to product loss and reduced quality. And the second problems is their supply chains and logistics. So logistical and infrastructure constraints, geography location, land locked. Here, we now have a reliance on multimodal container transport and railroad logistics, making supply chains vulnerable to geopolitical events and container shipping price volatility, because there's how they say before, geopolitical events in this war position. So how they continue. Underdeveloped in green logistic, lack of standardized metrics for assessing environmental impact, high in initial investment as a low adoption of a green logistics strategy. So how is the logistics strategy? What is the green logistics strategy? Route optimization, energy efficient transport. The survival of a small and a medium-sized business, which undermines the overall resilience of the supply chain. Complexity and the coordination, the complexity of supply chains requires extensive coordination between business, government, and the civil society to implement circular. We are talking two problems, and finally, third problems, marketing and market adaptation. I mean, limited knowledge in this theme of sustainable practice, low awareness among consumers and farmers about the benefits of renewable energy and sustainable methods, and maybe too slow their adoption and demand. For example, workforce challenges, a shortage of qualified personnel, especially in IT engineering and green energy, limits campaigns' ability to implement and scale sustainable innovations. Yes. How is this situation and why it's the problem? Focus on export and import substitution, government priorities on exports, job creation, and import substitution can sometimes come at the expense of the other sustainable development goals. And we have come to opportunities and how I calculate and the collected information and sorting information on Google, Yandex, or its social tools. There are possibilities regarding the problems listed above. I will briefly talk about them. Marketing and market adaptation. Sustainability marketing an opportunity for campaigns of differentiate their brand by promoting ethical labor standards and environmentally friendly products. And this environmentally products, organic cotton and organic kitchen, organic food. I wanted to say there's support for entrepreneurship. Prioritizing for CMEC and a women's entrepreneurship linked to CADG creates of foundation for developing more inclusive and sustainable business practice. There's e-commerce, this solution for in the opportunities, e-commerce and integration, the growth of e-commerce and integration with international trade standards allow Uzbek campaigns to enter global markets where demand for sustainability is a higher products in the higher markets. Finally, a strong reform momentum, enormous potential in renewable energy, and the growing digital integration. And digital integration create powerful opportunities to build a more green economy, more green e-com, and a more green organic kitchen, etc. It has everything sustainable and competitive economy. Thank you for listening my speech and see you.
Thank you, Sagdiana, for your excellent and detailed response. Let's move on. Our next question is a role and impact on business. This question addressed by Kamila Kurbanova.
Hello everyone, my name is Kurbanova Kamila, and now let's move to the role of sustainability and its impact on business in Uzbekistan. Sustainability plays an important role in a modern business in Uzbekistan. As explained in the class slides, sustainability is not only about protecting the environment, it's based on the triple based line, which means focusing on economic, environment, and social results. Sustainability is no longer just an environmental concept, it has become a strategic business requirement. And in Uzbekistan, sustainability practices play a key role in improving business competitiveness, attracting international partners, and ensuring long-term economic growth. Well, firstly, sustainability helps Uzbek businesses to gain access to global markets, and many international companies now require suppliers to meet environmental and social standards, and businesses that follow sustainable operations and transport supply chains now are more likely to cooperate with global brands and export their products. Secondly, the class slides also showed that sustainability helps reduce risks and costs by saving energy, using less water, and reducing waste. Companies can lower expenses and avoid future problems related to climate change and new regulations. Thirdly, sustainable business practices improving brand reputation and customer trust. Modern consumers, especially younger generations, prefer companies that care about environment, fair labor practice, and ethical marketing. This directly impacts sales, brand loyalty, and long-term profitability. In addition to this, sustainability plays an important role in employee engagement. Companies that promote safe working conditions, equality, and social responsibility tend to attract skilled workers and reduce staff turnover. In conclusion, sustainability has a strong impact on business performance in Uzbekistan. It supports long-term profitability, strengthens competitiveness, and helps businesses to adapt to international standards. For Uzbek companies, sustainability is not a cost, it's an investment in the future.
Thank you, Camila, for your incredible answer. Next question disclosed Mashhura Tulibjonova.
Good day and welcome to the special edition of Sustainability News Uzbekistan. I am Mashhura and together with my group mates we will take you through the latest developments in business, sustainability and a green economy in our country. Here is Mr. Jahangir, the Director of Urban Forge Construction. Good day, Jahangir. Thank you for coming. And I have a question for you. Can you give me solutions to sustainability-related challenges from the global business corporations?
Good day, Ms. Mashura. Thank you for invitation as well, and thank you for everybody for listening to us today about sustainability of Uzbekistan projects as well. And to answer your question, I would probably say that Uzbekistan is opening to world economy right now, and we have to think about, of course, how we are going to sustain our businesses as well. And as I'm working in the building industry, I do really think we have to be quite sustainable, and we have to eliminate our gas emissions overall, or dust, and so on too. And in order to probably become one of the top leaders, let's say, in economy, probably in the future, I do really think we have to begin thinking about several factors as well. And today I would love to talk about 4 or 5 probable factors that are going to help us in order to be sustainable even more. So first things first, I do really think we have to turn to of course, like renewable energy sources, because in the globe as well, we have a lot of companies like Google, Amazon, and so on. They're working wholly on sustainable like development as well. So they are not using actually any kind of gas emissions like gases or fossil fuels or anything else, but they are solely depending on wind and solar powers. And they have right now like fossil fuel free sources overall. And in Uzbekistan as well, we can probably provide the same technology in order to create a much better atmosphere, especially by building companies right now. And as you know, according to statistics, just recently, Tashkent actually was a lead in terms of the dust created and fossil fuels burned as well. So we had a lot of like fumes out there in Tashkent city, and we were kind of topping the list for air pollution as well. And I do really think we have to be turning to more renewable energy sources as well. And there are certain initiatives in Uzbekistan too. For example, in Navai, Karakalpakstan, Sirdarya, and Bukhara, we are actually turning completely to sustainable projects like renewable energy sources as well. And we are working with mostly wind power and solar power too. And I hope in the future we are going to eliminate gas emissions and fumes and some other gases, let's say, which are hazardous for human health too. And the second thing I do really think is going to be using some circular economy. Circular economy means we are not just using the product and throwing them away, but it is about more just taking them into rubbish and recycling them even further. And sometimes even using reusable packages or biodegradable packages too. And by big brands like big cosmetics brands, Chanel and so on, or we have some big product owners as well, for example, IKEA and Liver, they're actually using completely biodegradable materials in their packaging too. And I do really think in Uzbekistan too, we have to be using more reusable items or recyclable items too, like because we can see a lot of plastic pollution as well around the globe, not to mention Uzbekistan. And the third thing I would probably say is sustainable development overall. We have a lot of SDGs, like 16 SDGs, and we are going to work on them as well, apart from using kind of sustainable products overall for the future too, because we are not just living for ourselves, but we have to live for our future generations as well in order to live up to their expectations and live some really nice environment and like overall like that, I guess. And the fourth thing I would probably mention is technology, I guess, because a lot of companies like Tesla, for example, and Toyota as well, they are actually manufacturing their products in a way that doesn't harm the environment. For example, they're using electric cars, for example, engines as well, and they are not actually causing any kind of fumes into the atmosphere right now. Electric cars are quite advantageous as well, and especially the machinery, I guess. The machinery that we use that only runs on renewable energy sources, for example, or electricity, let's say, can keep our environment much better. And in our building company as well right now, we are actually using electric machinery that helps us to build constructions and buildings as well. And the last thing I would love to mention is probably just teaching and some environmental conservation projects as well. And if we want to go into the world market, global market, then we have to be thinking about some other factors as well. For example, we cannot use child labor anymore in Uzbekistan because it is quite unsustainable, and the global market, especially in Europe, if you want to go further and further, then we have to be kind of obeying by or abiding by their rules as well, because it's against the standards too. And we have some projects, for example, cotton production. It uses mainly like women and children, but in fact we have to be using kind of not underage people, but like people who are overage, let's say, or normal age, let's say, and it is going to be helping us a lot as well, I guess. And the machinery that we talked about it is kind of like electric machinery and also using water less, let's say, by the technology called it like direct and precise farming technology, for example. We can probably eliminate the use of water in the cotton production too, because Uzbekistan heavily relies on cotton production. So I think this is going to help. And the fifth thing that we mentioned is training, of course. We have to be training the people, farmers, agricultural workers, manufacturers as well for the future generation overall, as we are doing in our company, for example, how to be sustainable even more and how to probably keep up with this rate as well in the future. So I would probably say these 5 factors could help us to be more sustainable in the future and to open up our open up ourselves to the global market as well in that way too.
Thank you, Mr. Jahangir. Thank you for your coming, effort and time.
Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. Today we will talk about Uzbek businesses are adapting sustainability in their operations, supply chain and marketing. In the last few years, sustainability has become an important goal for many companies in Uzbekistan, and businesses understand that saving environment, saving resources, reducing waste and using clean energy is not only good for environment, but also good for their long-term success. One good example, Uzbek textile cotton industry. Many factories are now using water-saving technologies because cotton needs a lot of water. Some companies also follow international technologies like better cotton initiative in BCI. This helps them produce cleaner cotton and sell to global markets. Another example is company Artel, the biggest electronics producing and in Uzbekistan, and this company famous in Central Asia. Artel is working on reducing energy consumptions in their factories. They are also producing home appliances that use less electricity. And this support for sustainability consumptions in Uzbek homes. And next, which I want to give example, these Korzinka markets, they are also call their customers to eco-friendly, to saving environment, saving nature, promoting sustainability by reducing plastic usage. I want to show their eco bags. This very comfortable, very good quality and not expensive. I want to show this like this and write motivations. This Akalitanlo, and in English, clearer, smart shoes. In the end, I want to say from these examples, we can see that many companies in Uzbekistan are just starting their sustainability journey. They understand the sustainability practices improve their reputation, help them enter to international markets, and support the future of the country.
To sum up, sustainability in Uzbekistan, moving from vision to action. Sustainability business in Uzbekistan facing challenges but also unlocking new opportunities. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more updates from Uzbekistan.